The Great Escape, a classic film that has left a profound mark on the history of world cinema. With an outstanding cast and a dramatic escape story, the film has become a symbol of courage and resilience. However, few know that behind the glory, the 21 actors of the film went through unimaginable tragedies in their lives. Serious illnesses, catastrophic accidents, and painful deaths. All of these make up a real-life tragic story, as haunting as the film they starred in. Join us as we explore the emotional stories and surprising truths about their harsh fates in today's video. An emotional journey, filled with tears and valuable lessons, awaits you. Steve McQueen as Hiltz. Steve McQueen, known as the King of Cool, made a lasting impression with his portrayal of Hiltz, the Cooler King, in the classic The Great Escape, 1963. His character, a daring rebel with bold escape attempts, was not only the heart of the film but also reflected McQueen's real-life persona. Born on March 24, 1930, McQueen grew up in chaos, living in orphanages and reform schools, where he developed a tough and independent attitude that shaped his on-screen and off-screen persona. His career peaked with films like Bullitt and The Thomas Crown Affair, but his personal life was filled with difficulties. Struggles with addiction and broken relationships, including his 16-year marriage to actress Neil Adams, led him into a spiral of crises. In the later years of his life, McQueen faced an unbeatable enemy, mesothelioma, believed to have been caused by asbestos exposure during his youth. He passed away on November 7, 1980, at the age of 50, leaving behind an immortal legacy as one of Hollywood's greatest rebels. Despite his fame and glory, his life remains a tragic story of a battle with his inner demons and the brevity of life. Richard Attenborough as Bartlett. Richard Attenborough, born August 29, 1923, made an unforgettable impression with his role as Bartlett, Big X, in The Great Escape, 1963. His character, known for his intelligence and leadership, was the perfect embodiment of Attenborough's talent and depth. Before becoming a cinematic icon, he went through challenging years, serving in the Royal Air Force during wartime, then pursuing his passion for acting at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. His career flourished with a series of remarkable performances and successes as a director. However, Attenborough's personal life was also full of ups and downs. He married his childhood sweetheart, Sheila Sim, in 1945, and their love lasted for over 70 years, overcoming the harsh challenges of Hollywood. His later years were marred by the loss of his family, especially after Sheila's death in 2016, leaving an irreplaceable void. Attenborough passed away on August 24, 2014, at the age of 90, due to heart failure. He left behind a great legacy as both an actor and director, but his final years were overshadowed by the sorrow of personal losses. James Garner as Hendley. James Garner, who portrayed Henley, the Scrounger, in The Great Escape, 1963, brought the character to life with his resourcefulness and charm. This role was not only key to the film's success but also reflected Garner's true character, a resilient and likable person. Born on April 7, 1928, Garner had a difficult childhood, losing his mother early and growing up in poverty. Before stepping into the world of cinema, Garner served in the National Guard during the Korean War. He later became a familiar face on screen with roles in Maverick and The Rockford Files. Garner's personal life was more stable than many of his Hollywood peers. His nearly 58-year marriage to Lois Clark and their two daughters, Gigi and Kimberly, became a solid foundation in his life. Despite facing health problems, including a stroke, Garner remained known as a symbol of integrity and talent. He passed away on July 19, 2014, at the age of 86, due to a heart attack. His passing left deep sorrow and marked the loss of one of the most talented and respected actors in Hollywood. James Donald as Ramsey. James Donald, born May 18, 1917, brought dignity and depth to his role as Ramsey, the SBO, in The Great Escape, 1963. With his subtle acting skills and commanding presence, Donald created a memorable character that highlighted the determination and calmness of a leader. Behind the spotlight, his life was a story of turmoil. Educated at Harrow, Donald faced personal tragedy when he lost his father at an early age. His career spanned decades, with impressive roles in The Bridge on the River Kwai and The Great Escape. However, his personal life was not without its struggles. After his first marriage to actress Dorothy Green ended in divorce, Donald remarried and had children, but he battled with depression and private pain. James Donald passed away on August 3, 1993, at the age of 76, from stomach cancer. Despite being known for his authoritative roles on screen, his life was a quiet journey of battling psychological pain and health issues, leaving a legacy not only through his talent, but also through his silent struggles. Donald Pleasence as Blythe. Donald Pleasence, born October 5, 1919, brought a unique sensitivity and depth to his portrayal of Blythe, the forger, in The Great Escape, 1963. As a character full of empathy, Blythe reflected Pleasance's remarkable ability to embody complex and emotional roles. With a career that spanned over 5 decades, he became known for his iconic roles, including Dr. Loomis in Halloween, 1978, and other memorable villains on screen. Despite his success, Pleasance's personal life was marked by tragedy. He went through 3 marriages and faced deep pain, including the loss of a daughter under distant circumstances. His incomplete family life left an indelible mark on his soul. In his later years, Pleasance faced serious health issues, particularly heart disease, and passed away on February 2, 1995, at the age of 75, following complications from heart surgery. His life, beyond the glory of his career, is a poignant story of talent, loss, and relentless struggles with the darkness within his own life. Charles Bronson as Danny. Charles Bronson, born November 3, 1921, made a deep impression with his role as Danny, Tunnel King, in The Great Escape, 1963. With his extraordinary tunnel-digging skills and courage, his character symbolized persistence and bravery. These qualities reflected Bronson's own life, having grown up in poverty in Pennsylvania and further toughened by his service in the U.S. Army during World War II. His film career took off in the 1960s with memorable roles in The Magnificent Seven and Death Wish. Despite his tough guy image on screen, Bronson was a sensitive and devoted man in his personal life. His marriage to actress Jill Ireland in 1968 brought happiness, but was also filled with challenges as Ireland fought breast cancer. Her passing in 1990 left Bronson with an enduring grief that he carried for the rest of his life. Although he remarried, Bronson never fully recovered from this great loss. He passed away on August 30, 2003, at the age of 81 from complications of pneumonia. As a symbol of strength on screen, Bronson also left behind a real-life story of love, loss, and resilience, a timeless legacy in Hollywood. James Coburn as Sedgwick. James Coburn, born August 31, 1928, left a mark with his role as Sedgwick, the manufacturer, in The Great Escape, 1963. His character, with its resourcefulness and calm demeanor, reflected the charisma and strong presence that Coburn brought to the screen. Throughout his career, he became an action film icon with memorable roles in Our Man Flint, 1966, and The Magnificent Seven, 1960. However, behind the fame, Coburn faced many challenges. He struggled with alcohol addiction, which affected both his personal life and career. His first marriage to Beverly Kelly ended in 1979, and he later married Paula Murad, who stood by him until the end of his life. In the 1980s, Coburn faced the pain of rheumatoid arthritis, which temporarily took him away from acting. However, his resilience brought him back, earning him recognition for his role in Affliction, 1997. Coburn passed away on November 18, 2002, at the age of 74 from a heart attack. His legacy is defined by a remarkable career, the ability to overcome adversity, and a lasting influence on Hollywood cinema. David McCallum as Ashley Pitt. David McCallum, born September 19, 1933, portrayed Ashley Pitt, Dispersal, in The Great Escape, 1963, where he played a smart, resourceful, and strategic soldier. This role not only showcased McCallum's acting finesse, but also marked an important milestone in his career. Born in Glasgow, Scotland, McCallum trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, which laid the foundation for his decades-long career on both the small and big screens. He became globally famous for his role as Ilya Kuryakin in The Man from UNCLE, 1964 to 1968. But his personal life was filled with struggles. His first marriage to actress Jill Ireland ended in 1967, and he endured the heartbreaking loss of his son, leaving a permanent emotional scar. He remarried in 1969, building a new family and finding solace, but that pain remained with him. David McCallum continued acting until the end of his life, with a standout role in NCIS and other projects. He passed away on September 25, 2023, at the age of 90, due to natural causes. His life is a testament to the combination of talent, resilience, and grace in the face of personal tragedy. Hannes Messemer as von Luger. Hannes Messemer, born May 17, 1924, made a lasting impression with his role as von Luger, the Commandant, in The Great Escape, 1963. With his commanding presence and psychological depth, Messemer portrayed a complex character that added subtle tension to the film. A prominent actor in post-war German and international cinema, he often played authoritative roles, noted for his ability to convey both strength and vulnerability. However, behind the spotlight, Messemer's personal life was fraught with difficulties. Both of his marriages faced numerous struggles, with family life affected by bouts of depression and emotional turmoil. Despite his on-screen success, he often fought to find balance in his personal life. In his later years, Messemer faced serious health problems, particularly heart disease. He passed away on November 2, 1991, at the age of 67 from a heart attack. His legacy is defined by his powerful and nuanced performances, reflecting a life full of ups and downs, but also a deep passion for the arts. Angus Lenny as Ives, the Mole. Angus Lenny, born April 18, 1930, in Glasgow, Scotland, is best known for his role as Ives, the Mole, in The Great Escape, 1963, where he portrayed a tunnel-digging expert who was determined and never gave up. Lenny had a solid acting career that began in the 1950s, working on both stage and screen. Although he never became a major star, he was highly respected by colleagues and audiences for his talent and dedication. Lenny's personal life was relatively private. He married and had children, but little information about his family was publicly available. In his later years, he faced the pain of losing his wife in the 1990s, a significant loss in his life. Afterward, Lenny led a quiet life, staying out of the public eye for the remainder of his years. Angus Lenny passed away on September 14, 2014, at the age of 84 from natural causes. While he did not appear in major films later in life, he left behind a memorable legacy with his impressive supporting roles and dedication to his craft. His death was quiet, but his legacy remains in the hearts of those who love cinema. Gordon Jackson as MacDonald. Gordon Jackson, born December 19, 1923, portrayed MacDonald, Intelligence, in The Great Escape, 1963, where he depicted a character with sharp strategic mind and resilience. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Jackson became a familiar face in British cinema and television, most notably in his role in Upstairs, Downstairs, 1971 to 1975. Born in Glasgow, he overcame many hardships to build his career and make a name for himself in the arts. However, his personal life was challenging. Jackson's first wife passed away suddenly, leaving him with a profound sense of loss. He remarried and had 2 children, but the pain of his earlier loss never fully faded. In the late 1980s, he was diagnosed with bone cancer, a long battle with illness that had a significant impact on his health. Still, Jackson continued his beloved work until his final days, showing admirable dedication and resilience. Gordon Jackson passed away on January 15, 1990, at the age of 66 from bone cancer. While his career ended, he left an indelible mark on his fans and colleagues, remembered not only for his talent, but also for his quiet strength in his battle with illness and his challenging life. Nigel Stock as Cavendish the Surveyor. Nigel Stock, born September 21, 1919, in London, England, made a mark in his film career with his role as Cavendish, the surveyor, in The Great Escape, 1963. A veteran actor, Stock had a long career on stage and screen from the 1940s, excelling in both drama and comedy. His portrayal of Cavendish, with a calm demeanor and analytical intellect, played a key role in the film's success. However, Stock's personal life was not always smooth. He married actress Jean Harvey and had children, but their relationship went through many difficulties and eventually led to separation before his death. Despite this, Stock continued his career and participated in film and television projects throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Tragedy struck when he passed away on June 23, 1986, at the age of 66 from a heart attack. Despite facing personal challenges, Stock left a memorable legacy in the film industry, particularly through his role in The Great Escape, and his contributions are still remembered by audiences. Judd Taylor as Goff. Judd Taylor, born February 25, 1932, in New York City, played the role of Goff in The Great Escape, 1963, portraying a stern and commanding character. Throughout his decades-long career, Taylor became a familiar face on both film and television, particularly in roles that required authority and strength. However, despite his career success, his personal life faced challenges. Taylor went through 2 marriages, with one particularly painful divorce that left deep emotional scars. Despite these hardships, Taylor found solace in his work and continued acting until the later years of his life. However, his health began to decline in the early 2000s, and he passed away on August 6, 2008, at the age of 76 from heart failure. His death marked the end of a notable career, but also served as a reminder of the toll that a life under constant career pressure can take. Taylor's legacy in television and film lives on through the memorable roles he left behind. Robert Graff as Werner, the Ferret. Robert Graff, born November 18, 1923, in Nuremberg, Germany, is best known for his role as Werner, the Ferret, in The Great Escape, 1963, where he portrayed a sharp observer and information gatherer, skills crucial to the character's escape plans. Although Graff's career was short, it spanned both stage and screen, and he was praised for his ability to convey complex emotions and his sharp acting. However, his personal life was quite private, with little known about his family or relationships. Despite his promising career, Graff faced a battle with cancer, and tragically, his life ended prematurely at the age of 42. He passed away on February 4, 1966, leaving fans mourning the loss of a talent that was never fully realized. His death was a loss not only to the film industry but also to the world of acting, as he passed away at such a young age with great potential still untapped. Hans Reiser as Herkun. Hans Reiser, born June 3, 1919, in Vienna, Austria, portrayed Herkun in The Great Escape, 1963, a strict and authoritative character who added tension and depth to the film. With a distinguished acting career, Reiser was particularly known in the German and Austrian film industries, where he was a respected actor. His experiences during World War II deeply influenced both his outlook on life and his acting style. Despite a successful career, Reiser's personal life was marked by tragedy. His family faced financial difficulties, and the early loss of his beloved wife left a deep emotional wound. Nevertheless, he continued to work, appearing in numerous films and television programs until the later years of his life. Hans Reiser passed away on June 14, 1992, at the age of 73 from natural causes. While his career left a lasting impression, his life story was also one of loss and the quiet sorrow he faced. Robert Freitag as Captain Posen. Robert Freitag, born April 7, 1916, left a significant mark in his role as Captain Posen in The Great Escape, 1963, a role marked by strong leadership and an essential part in the escape plan. Born in Berlin, Freitag and his family fled Germany in the 1930s to escape the threat of the Nazis. He studied acting at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, and began his career in British theaters before transitioning to film. While he did not achieve widespread fame, Freitag had a stable career with many roles in television and film. His personal life was filled with challenges. After his first marriage to actress Margaret Atkinson, He went through a divorce and tragically lost a daughter to a rare illness in the 1970s, a loss that haunted him throughout his life. Although he struggled with alcoholism, Freytag overcame it and became a strong advocate for recovery. He passed away on July 8, 2010, at the age of 94 from natural causes. His death marked the loss of a talented actor who made a lasting impact on British theatre and film. William Russell as Soren. William Russell, born November 19, 1924, stood out in the role of Soren in The Great Escape, 1963, a character full of toughness and determination who contributed to the film's spiritual strength. Russell grew up in a working-class family and, after initially joining the military, quickly pursued his passion for acting, finding success in British theatre before transitioning to film and television. While his career did not bring widespread fame, Russell was respected within the industry. His personal life, however, was not without difficulties. He married actress Sheila Burnett and had 2 children, but their marriage ended in the early 1970s. A major tragedy occurred when his son died in a car accident in the late 1980s, a loss that deeply affected him. Nevertheless, he continued his dedication to the profession, though his health declined with age. Russell passed away on June 3, 2024, at the age of 99 from pneumonia. His death marked the end of a life filled with both artistic achievements and profound personal losses, leaving a lasting legacy in British cinema and television. Robert Desmond as Griffith Taylor. Robert Desmond, born April 24, 1928, in England, was an actor known for his role as Griffith Taylor in The Great Escape, 1963, where he portrayed a character with intelligence and remarkable tailoring skills. Growing up in a working-class family, Desmond was drawn to acting early on and attended drama school, beginning his career on stage and in films in the early years of his career. Although his career spanned decades, Desmond primarily played supporting roles and sometimes faced career difficulties, such as unemployment and being typecast in minor parts. Desmond's personal life was marked by his devotion to family. He married in the early 1950s to the woman he loved, and they had 3 children. Although he was not prominent in leading roles, Desmond was beloved by his colleagues and audiences for his dedication and talent. He passed away on February 27, 2002, at the age of 73 from natural causes. Desmond's legacy is not only in his understated performances but also in the resilience and strength he demonstrated in life. Ulrich Beiger as Pryson. Ulrich Beiger, born August 26, 1918, was a German actor best known for his role as Pryson in The Great Escape, 1963, where he portrayed the character with unwavering determination and strength. Growing up during World War II, Beiger served in the German military before beginning his acting career after the war. He quickly won the admiration of audiences with his strong performances, particularly in The Great Escape, a film that etched his name in the hearts of fans. Although he had a stable career in European cinema, Beiger led a rather private life with little known about his personal affairs. He was married but had no children, and he rarely publicly shared about his family. His life was relatively quiet with no major events, but it was a sad loss when he passed away on September 18, 1996, at the age of 78 from natural causes. Beiger's death marked the end of a solid acting career and a simple yet meaningful life. Tom Adams as Di Nimmo. Tom Adams, born March 9, 1938, was an English actor known for his role as Di Nimmo in The Great Escape, 1963. His character, with a strict personality and sharp strategy, played a significant role in the film's success. Adams began his career on stage before moving into film, where he quickly made an impression with powerful, dramatic roles. Although his acting career was highly regarded, Adams faced many challenges in his personal life. His first marriage ended in a painful divorce, leaving him feeling lonely for many years. His second relationship was also fraught with difficulties, further increasing his sense of isolation. During his later years, Adams fought cancer, and his health gradually declined. In 2014, he passed away at the age of 76, leaving behind a legacy of strong and committed performances. However, his life was also a series of inner struggles and silent pain, much of which remained unknown to the public. Kaiwi as Frick. Kaiwi, born June 7, 1910, in Germany, became famous for his role as Frick in The Great Escape, 1963, where he portrayed a strong and decisive character, contributing to the film's special appeal. Growing up during the Nazi regime, Kaiwi's early years were deeply affected by the historical circumstances, and this influenced his worldview and career later on. Although he had notable achievements in both stage and film acting, Kaiwi's personal life was marked by tragedy. Kaiwi experienced deep sorrow when he lost a child in the early 1950s, a loss that left a lasting emotional impact on him. Although he was married twice, his family life was always overshadowed by grief and hardship. In his later years, Kaiwi struggled with declining health, which led him to withdraw from public life and work. He passed away on November 30, 1995, at the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy of powerful performances and a life marked by both success and quiet sorrow. What do you think about the passing of the actors from The Great Escape? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our latest videos.